Hey, lovely Virgos, I am here with your beginning of the month reading, which will go from the 1st until the 15th. I had to take a break from the weekly readings because I pretty much burnt out. Now, I meditated on these cards earlier, and I enjoy how they go hand in hand, and I know that the Oracle cards will give deeper insight. I find the Oracle cards and the Tarot cards to go hand in hand, and I'm working with actually not a new deck, but a deck I normally don't break out, mainly because I love it so much because the artwork is just beautiful. So if you are curious about what that deck is, it's actually the As Above deck from the As Above and So Below, and I will leave a link in the description below for you to go pick it up, as well as a link in the description below for the Witch's Tarot, as well as the Oracle cards that I work with. So let's start with an opening prayer, shall we? Angels, gods, goddesses, spirits, Loas, and ancestors, come forth now and guide me in giving an accurate and spirit-led reading to the sign of Virgo for the first half of the month of May, and bring the Virgo that is meant to hear this forward. Assist them in their journey and grant them the guidance that they desire. So mote it be. Now, Virgo is an interesting month. It's gonna be a very interesting first half of the month for you, because if you look at the first card, also wanted to add that these two cards are actually the energy of the deck. And due to this one being the As Above compared to the So Below, it's really kicking it in the aethers or the universe, because a lot of the As Above decks connect to certain planets, but we'll get into that. A few of you that have been getting readings from me, the not so where they need to be Team Virgo. I was meditating on you after I gave you your last reading, and I feel that some cleansing work would actually help you. Some banishing work. Not banishing of a force or being or something bad. Just banishing energy that doesn't serve you anymore. So for the Virgos that are having a not so good, May, or have had a pretty funky April, or, to Team Virgo that isn't shining like the diamond that they feel they deserve to shine like, look into cleansing and healing baths and other techniques and things you can tap into to help you with removing that clutter, so when the next waxing phase comes around, you can start to bring those things into fruition. I know I speak on the waning and waxing a lot, but that is deeply connected to me and my tradition, and I have found that you can attract and remove things into your life just by working with the moon. Nothing against any other planet. I work with plenty of planets. One of my favorites are actually Jupiter. If you hop over to my Instagram, you'll see, that Jupiter working I got popping. But also, I know that a lot of you want to get to the reading, so if you want to look down below, you will see timestamps. You'll see a timestamp so you don't have to listen to my ramblings. All right? So let's get started. The first card and the first bit of energy, or the first flow of energy that connects to your reading, is the Two of Wands. Now, automatically, before we go into the breakdown of what the Two of Wands is, you can see a man standing right there with his cat or his familiar. That's kind of like, let's go, buddy, let's go. But the man is sitting there. He's got the world. He's got the wands. He's sitting there, just realizing that he has that potential, that the world is in his hands. But he's also stuck between a choice of stepping out of his comfort zone or remaining in his comfort zone. So a lot of you Virgos that have had a pretty funky April, a lot of you are not stepping outside of your comfort zone. Okay? With spirituality, stepping outside of your comfort zone plays a major factor. And you've gone through your cycles, and you've gone through the world, and you've gone through the death, you've gone through the tower, you've gone through the fool in reverse, and you've gone through the fool upright. So the only thing really stopping you, Virgo, from that happiness that you want to achieve is actually you. Get out of your own way. The world is in your hands. You can see it. You got the world in your hands. You got your familiar, you got your wands, you're ready for the journey. But unless you step out of that comfort zone, then you really can't expect a happy 2019. I sometimes view the comfort zone as a pro and a con. The comfort zone can keep you safe and help you heal up and help you deal with things that might come your way, but also it takes away from so much that you're meant to experience, not just on a spiritual path, but on a simple life path. I'm not saying that you have to make the decision, jump out of your comfort zone and go make as many friends as a celebrity, but there are people out there that are vital to your path, Virgo. There are people out there that are vital to your progression as a human being, regardless of how much you may know or how much you may have seen, Virgo. Their learning and evolution is a forever thing. We evolve mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So to the Virgos that were having a pretty bummy, sucky April, for May, you as the Two of Wands in the next card that I'm about to reveal, you need to step out of your comfort zone because this next card actually connects to it. The world in your hands just isn't all the money and finances you need or the so forth and so on. It's actually also the imagination, the dreams that you created, and that has a big connection to Neptune, to Neptunian energy. Okay? So, before we jump into the next card, try stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, hold on. I'm not saying that you have to step out of your comfort zone and put yourself in a situation that will completely cause a mental or emotional breakdown or fry you out. Don't take on more than you can bear, because when you take on more than you can bear, you don't learn the lesson. You normally don't finish, or you finish sloppily, or it just, you're rushing. And it's not good. You don't get to embrace, enjoy, or learn all that you need to learn, embrace, or enjoy. Okay? So, before we go to the next card, you have your familiar. That's your guide. Look at this as a piece of you. Even if you have a real familiar beside you right now, let's look at this familiar as an extension of you. This familiar is the piece of you that's going to pull you and guide you across. That's the piece of you that holds all the ideas, all the world plans that you want. And your familiar, or that aspect of you, is ready to go. Heck, even a few of you are sitting there looking at your temples and your altars right now like, I don't want to. And your cat or your dog is just sitting directly beside your ritual dagger or your tarot cards. Like, come on, let's do this. So, if you have a familiar, for those that have a actually physically incarnated familiar, cat, dog, bird, bee, whatever, listen to them. They've been there since the moment you started. And familiars are quite wise. They remember what you do. If you notice, you'll see a lot of familiars, cats for example. They'll go over to their witch's altar. They'll go over to the tarot cards. They'll be the eyes and the ears for the witch that is growing that can't see or hear right away. And your familiar is just right there like, let's go. Time to get out the comfort zone. All you want is there. Your business, your love, your finances, that beautiful person you want to kick it with, the shine you want, but you have to make that decision. You have to step out of that comfort zone. So the choice is yours. Okay? Next up, second part of the energy is actually the Eight of Fire, as you can see. And interestingly enough, it's a blue fire. So it's, well, kind of like water. I apologize. I apologize. Now, the Eight of Fire is all about lulling yourself into daydreams and fantasies. And that's fun, and that can be a great thing, but it connects to the comfort zone. It connects to the escapist reality. Those dreams and those fantasies that you have, you need to allow your logic to help you. Because right now, what's stopping you from that generative consciousness or that increase in money or love or business, so forth and so on, is coming from the fact that you want to embrace the smoke and mirrors and the mystery of it. But you don't want to let your logic kick in and say, okay, this is what we have to do. The reason you don't want that to happen, Team Virgo, that really hasn't been doing good last month, is because it's going to make you deal with some things that you don't want to deal with. It's going to make you set dates and times. It's going to make you say, okay, I'm obligated to do this, so I have to do it. And it's going to make you step out of your comfort zone. But you have to understand that you allow your logic to kick in. Logic is going to keep you very calm-minded, very at peace with self. Then when that happens, all the great possibilities and dreams that you have been formulating inside your beautiful mind can start to come to fruition, because when you allow your logic to kick in and balance out with your emotions, that in reality creates a divine balance which allows you to create, which allows you to formulate, create, and project. Formulate, create, and project. Formulate in your brain, create with your hands, and project. Get out there and make it happen. And you will need logic and emotion for that. These dreams that you have are great, beautiful dreams, and these possibilities can come to pass, but you have to, and I repeat, you have to allow your logic to help. All right? Okay. Let's jump into the oracle cards. Spirits, gods, goddesses, angels, Loas, all that guide me. Give me something good for the first half of the month of May for the sign of Virgo. If y'all can hear the trash can, I apologize. Spirits, gods, goddesses, angels, Loas, and all that are above, ancestral current, show me the wisdom for the collective consciousness of Virgo for the first half of the month of May. And I'm hearing from the spirits one more. So, hopefully, we gonna get it right, okay? This month, Virgo, we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right, all right? We gonna do this. We gonna get it right. Ain't no, I can't. We gonna do it, all right? Cut that 3 times for you. This is just how I do it. You know, a couple others do it like that. Energy the deck. All right. Okay. Now, off top, the Wise Woman of Wonderland popped up in reverse. In reverse. I'm not going on you, Virgo. I'm not. I love you. But we got to get this up right. Because when she's in reverse, it's you're not wanting to compromise, and your integrity is taking a punch. People are used to seeing you compromise. People are used to seeing you with a lot of integrity. They're used to seeing you as the wise individual, whether you're a man or a woman. Now, I'm sensing that this connects to a Virgo that is very soft-hearted, caring, kind, not effeminate, but has a very strong feminine current within them. Because if you really, really, really think about it, there are women that can embody the masculine current better than men, and there are men that can embody the feminine current better than women, and we all have a masculine and a feminine inside of us. And there's nothing wrong, or you should not be ashamed of that. You should be proud, because both sides have beauty to them. And when they work together hand in hand, amazing things are starting. So you gotta allow a little bit of compromise, Virgo. To the Virgos that this resonate with, you don't want to compromise. How are you gonna, having integrity in today's day and age is kind of like common sense. Everybody talks it, but very few have it. So what I'm gonna need you to do is to really sit down and do some soul searching. It's okay to compromise again, Virgo. It's okay to be proud of the fact that you have integrity. All right? Because this 2019 is supposed to be lit for you. Not just Leos, not just Cancers, not just all signs. We are living in a time that isn't, things are happening that even astrologers are like, what? This is our time as a whole. Each sign needs to pull together. We all have something we can offer one another and the world. And in this situation, integrity and compromise is what you have to offer. To the nurse, yeah, I just heard from one of the spirits that one of you was a nurse. People really, really, really look up to you. And people really, really, really trust you with their lives. They miss seeing that soft, kind heart. They miss seeing that integrity. So, to the nurse, male or female, male I'm hearing, let's bring that compromise and that integrity back, okay? And get you back to that current that is truly a beautiful one, okay? Next up. Really, Virgo? Virgo, really? But it's not. This isn't really that bad. This right here, the spiral dancer, is really all about perception. That's what I always get with her. She stands for so much, but it's always perception. And when she's upright, a person is perceiving things they should for their path. When she's in reverse, some people can be blind as a bat. Now, let's go back to when I talked about smoke and mirrors with Neptune. Sorry about that. Smoke and mirrors with Neptune. This smoke and mirrors, these smoke and mirrors of the mind is causing you to not see your progression. And you are actually progressing. It's not going as fast as you want. But what's kind of hindering you is that choice. You can't play them both. You can't play comfortable couch person and then change the world at the same time. And from not making that choice, you're allowing those illusions and that smoke and mirror that Neptune is so good at presenting get in your head. And from that, integrity and compromise is where it needs to be. And you don't even think you're growing. You don't even see the beautiful spiral that you walked every day to reach that pot of gold, which is the end of your spiritual journey for this life. Okay? So go back to the choices. Come on, Virgo. Let's take that world on our shoulders. Let's take the familiar and those two wands and make that decision. Take those mysteries that your soul craves and bring the manifestation. I challenge you to do that. I challenge you, Virgo, by 2020 to be one of the shining signs. I challenge you, Virgo, to show us all up. Because I believe in you, Virgo. And this is coming from a Leo. Yeah. So I believe in you, Virgo. But you got to go back and make that choice. Can you do that for me? So we can let that logic sit in. So we can get the wise woman of Wonderland upright and the spiral dancer upright. So we can get you back on this clean and clear and under control path. Next card is the outcome card. Which is in reverse. Now, I know that this does not resonate with every single Virgo, but there is a Virgo out there that this does resonate with. And I can't force a happy reading. I have to give it where it is. You have to really go back to that choice. I hate to keep saying that. Because you're kind of spiraling in the other direction right about now. You're just like, wee. And I'm making light of it because all you have to do is just make a choice. And then the wise woman of Wonderland, the spiral dancer, and the high lady of love and compassion will just turn right up and be ready to go. The High Lady of Love and Compassion is about reverence, kindness, and consideration, self-consideration, self-kindness, self-reverence. You know, when you don't make that choice and you let your stuff go in reverse and you forget the path and you don't want to compromise anymore, that's losing respect for yourself, you know, for what you believe in, for what you've built, which is something beautiful. All right? You have to understand that life is all about choices. Life is all about growth. The crossroads. A wise person once said to me, you know how they say Hecate can guard the crossroads, for example? They said that she comes into your life when you are at a crossroads, and sometimes you could have multiple crossroads that you have to choose from. And that kind of makes no sense, because how are you supposed to choose if you have multiples? Sometimes the best choice is just making one and going. It's about stepping out of the comfort zone. No matter which way you walk in your path outside of your comfort zone, you're going to have days where you bump your head. You're going to have days where you feel that you failed. You're going to have days where you're just not where you need to be. As I tell all the witches I have taught, if your emotions and spiritual body, so forth and so on, is not in check, then don't expect much manifestations from your magic. Because it's kind of hard to generate money, for example, with money magic, when all you can hear is, I'm broke, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that, yada, 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 yada. That fuels your working as well, okay? So in final, I have this for you. Go back, make that choice. You deserve great things, but you have to put in the work as well, and you have to be open to embracing those uncomfortable days. Because real growth, real spiritual, emotional, hell, just human growth, it doesn't happen by sitting on your sofa and putting out thoughts to the universe. That plays a part in it. But though you've put out those thoughts, they're starting to manifest. And you remember, hey Virgo, to the Virgo that this resonates with, do you remember sitting in your room or your temple talking about you want change, you can't take this anymore? Well, you know that pressure that you're feeling right now, the loss of people that no longer want to be around you, that were always kind of like draining and negative, and the pressure of the universe and all these sudden opportunities and this, what am I going to do? Well, there's your answer. All right? You got to roll with it. But I say this, you will only truly progress if you let go. It's okay to control yourself. I'm not saying don't control your emotions, don't control your environment to the best way that you can. What I'm saying is let go. Take that step, and you will see an amazing outcome. I look forward to seeing you on the 15th, all right, Virgo? I want to see something changed because I believe in you. The goal for you is to get the High Lady of Love and Compassion upright, the Spiral Dancer upright, and the Wise Woman of Wonderland upright. Make that choice. Make that decision. And I promise you this, Virgo. When you do fall and bump your head, there's going to be a magical pillow right there to soften the blow. Because who guides you? Who guides us, whether you roll with the gods and goddesses, the angels, the ancestors, the ones who guide us, to the Virgos that are truly dedicated to who guides you, they ain't gonna let you fall. They gonna let you learn. But they're gonna be right there with open, loving arms to pick you right back up and say, see, you got back up, huh? Let's keep going. I'll see you on the 15th of May, okay? I'll leave you with this. Life is like an onion. The point of it is to not cry. Have a good day.